the daughter of someone. Didn't have the opportunity to meet one of the two that made one me. And of the father of the other, I would have liked to have called mother. I'm going to say it again and go back because I actually just heard the word there. Go back. What goes around, goes around, goes around, comes all the way back around. What goes around, goes around, goes around, comes all the way back around. Listen up today, I tell the story, one of many. My name is Sarah. I'm the daughter of someone. Didn't have the opportunity to meet one of the two that made one me. And the other, I would have liked to have called mother. See, she left me 2 days old, but I know Papa did the best he could. He tried to make me whole. 5th grade education, 3 jobs, never had one vacation. He was a tall man, built to work the land, and work he did. So hard till his hands became coarse like wood, tough like bark of an old oak tree. Only food he placed in my belly, love he put in my heart, joy he knew nothing of, so he couldn't give it, and I learned to bear it. A life without a mother, a life full of hard work, no joy. But within myself I held, I nurtured a dream. So when Papa died, I was only 5. Hair took on a first name, Foster. I moved from house to house, my heart always in search of a home. Never finding, always searching. But one thing I held in mind and body, a dream deep within my soul. Now in middle school, I was given the tools to put my dream into words, where once it was nothing but abstract art, and so I began to paint my heart. A colorful canvas of white clouds, a sky of limitless bliss. Clouds with texture seen soft like cotton. I painted trees with leaves greener than money, with branches of dark brown, deep and darker than my deepest wounds and scars of abandonment. So, with my brush, I painted my dream so vibrant and promising it was. So much so that my English teacher saw the vibrancy in my writing. It was with a pen that I made purposeful and deliberate brushstrokes. I penned my pain. I searched my brain deeply for meaning. High school, I continued to write. When depression claimed me like one of its own, I was angry. I learned in school about equity and economic disparity. I communed at lunch with those who appeared so much more fortunate than I. I looked at Jenna, a friend of mine, had 2 parents. Her skin was perfect. It glowed like color like honey, golden caramel, smooth like oil without stars and like mine. Hers wasn't black and blue like mine. From the hands of those who fostered care. Of course, from neglect, my skin had become coarse like the very bark of the trees I painted in my writing. And so, I wrote somehow the world I would paint, with words red like crimson, mirroring my own emotional distress and anger gave me a reason to hope for a world greater than the one I had known, a world greater than the one I saw around me. But you see, the writing couldn't protect me. It didn't save me from the constant, consistent bullying. Writing didn't save my skin from further beatings, for I was different. I was poor. I was abandoned. I was broken. Writing was simply companion. Nonetheless, I worked, I studied, achieved academic excellence. I chose to pick ripe fruit from rotten pits. I chose to pick rotten fruit from rotten pits. I chose to harvest hope in search of meaning. Instead of haunted memories, I let hope be my shovel. I was deep past fear, discouragement and laziness. I chose to dig deep through depression and indifference. Past my roots of poverty and pain, I clung to hard work and commitment. I sought sunlight, truth, and positivity from anyone who would give it. A few teachers and neighbors who saw me sprout. They planted seeds of encouragement, hope in the face of my doubt, when all I could paint at times were seeds of despair and despondency. So, call me Sarah, orphan, homeless, broken. Call me Stephanie, Jamal, Jose, all one and the same, a human life with a plan and a purpose, sculpted in the image of a loving, beautiful deity. Hence we too are beautiful. I can only say that it was by some divine inspiration by God, that in the midst of the pain somehow I knew that I was a growing tree, not a bitter root. I had branches extending farther than any man could see. My leaves, bright, vibrant hues of red, blue, yellow, and green, physical manifestations of all the gifts and talents given to me. Somehow I grew, though Mama's actions birthed me into hard, fallow ground. Papa's seeds of love and provision were stronger and allowed me to grow. Now I see years later, Miss Gilman, the English teacher, gave me words, gave me words to me. She watered, gave me the tools to be a way to manipulate my seemingly destitute and hopeless reality. With words I could dream. Though already born, inspired by deity, they took form and took shape, no longer abstract art, but concrete form. I would be a writer, an advocate To you as one who represents many, understand that though you may be shaped by your circumstances, though dire and seemingly bleak, your end result you can control. Prosperity you can have and hold. Wellness and joy you can obtain. All you need to do is choose. And you, the one who's been growing longer, yes, you with experience already rooted and planted trees, take heed that not every seed that comes your way you will plant. Some you will water, and some you will groom. Give shape to rough edges. Some of you will uproot those stunted and rooted in a soil of indifference and despair, and others you will let and leave be. For in this work of redemption for our children, restoration and generational transformation, one plants with words of tenderness, truth, and encouragement. Maybe it's in a watering with the words, child, keep going, head up. Or maybe it's pulling out the weeds, giving a hug of support and sympathy. All are needed and all have its place in this season. So know that what you reap you have sown, and what you have sown matters greatly in the lives of many, and in a way what comes around in a strange law of divine return comes back around. So know that they need you to help them ring true. A sound so great of jubilee they long to make. They need you to help them sing a song of redemption too. Their